Hi everyone, how are you all doing? In today's video, I'm going to be speaking on 3 things which I feel very strongly about, and I think some of you might also resonate with them. So the first point is why this world celebrates an extrovert over an introvert. Since when does talking a lot or chattering a lot in a room full of people makes you wiser as compared to a person who is quiet and reserved? It doesn't mean if you have a lot to say and if you are so engaging with people and you are just constantly talking about how your day went, how your weekend was, how your vacation was, and you are just making everybody feel comfortable in the room. And in general, it's good to have conversations like these, but you cannot look down upon people who are not talking. See, for example, the person might be an introvert. This could be the first case scenario. Second case scenario could be that he or she might be undergoing certain mental health condition, or they might have some bad experiences last weekend, or they're just not in the mental space to engage with you and talk to you. So I think it becomes very disturbing when a particular person gets up and repeatedly points out at the person who is not speaking, saying that, hey, you are so arrogant, hey, why are you so quiet, what has happened to you, do you not like us, why are you like that? So please stop, please let that person breathe, and please give that person space so that he or she can understand the environment and has ample time to open up with what they want to share, and just don't pressurize them to socialize. I just don't understand why it's a norm to socialize nowadays. Say you are attending a wedding and you don't know many people there, you just know a person or two and you are talking to them, but the relatives or the friends of that person who you know will come to you and ask you questions like, when are you getting married, how much do you earn, and what do you do, and you're just taken aback because you are talking to that person for the very first time. And it happens with a lot of introverts. I am an introvert, so I can very well understand how that person might be feeling. I'll give you a very particular example of mine. So I don't like to gossip. I don't like to talk in a group of 3 to 5 people where people are talking about holidays, friends, memories, or I don't know what not. I prefer to have one-on-one conversation, and I think I open up much more when there are just 1 or 2 close people sitting by my side. And it doesn't mean that I'm disrespecting the person who is talking to me. It's just that I like to be in my own space, and I do acknowledge what the other person is saying. I'm all ears to listen to what they want to say. But when it comes to speaking or when it comes to sharing on my side, I just get a little reserved. I am like that, and initially I thought that I should change and something is wrong with me. Am I arrogant, or what's wrong with me, why I'm not speaking? I used to question myself a lot until I got to know that there are 2 kinds of people and everybody needs energy to recharge. So these 2 groups of people have different ways of recharging their energies. Extroverts on one hand thrive in a group. They thrive on the energy of the room. They thrive on conversations, they thrive on socializing, they thrive on knowing multiple people and exchanging ideas, and it looks great for them. They are recharging their energy, they are feeling so lively. But then there's other group also who does socialize when required, who enjoy spending time with their friends, but they recharge their innermost self only in solitude, or only when they have spent 3-4 hours alone doing what they like, and this is their source of energy. And when they socialize a lot, even with the best of friends, if they are with them for 3-4 hours and they're hanging out and chilling, they do enjoy the moment, but they get drained out very easily and they want their own time. And I think this should be respected, and especially you should respect the person who is shying away from talking to you, and just don't nudge them multiple times and tell them to speak up when they are not in the mood to speak up. Respect that every individual is unique, and it's okay as long as their work is not getting affected, as long as they're happy from within, as long as their mental state is in a good condition. It's okay, be it they are introverts, extroverts, ambiverts, whatnot. The second thing which I pondered over a lot is how this generation is consuming news. And I am not making a statement, it's just a question from my side. How are you consuming news? How do you get to know what is happening around you within or outside the country? I pose this question to a lot of my friends. I casually ask them, how do you consume news? How do you get to know about election results, or how do you get to know about petrol prices being increased or Ukraine war? And the majority of them answer that they get notified through social media, and some of them have installed apps like NDTV, Indian Express, Times of India. And social media pe bhi kya hota hai? Let's talk about Instagram here. There are very nice pages on Instagram which notify you very quickly कि ये हो गया है. But let's be honest, एक square size से how much will you get to know? And is that detail enough for you? Are you content with just knowing this much? You will get to know, okay, this party won these many seats in a particular state, and the runner-up party was this one, and the opposition was this one. But is this enough for you? Don't you want to know why this manipulation happened, how a party won, and what was the promotional agenda, how much was spent on marketing, and what is the core voter base, what are their needs, what do they want, why they elected this party? If you are a curious person, I think you must read newspaper, because best of best people write editorials there. The news is very well explained. You will get to know the core mental crux. Each and every layer of the news will be there in front of you, unbiased, I think. Unlike TV shows or newsrooms where a lot of hullabulla happens and a lot of shouting happens, and in between an hour of shouting you just have to be very patient to understand one or two lines which will actually make sense. And the news for them just means Hindu-Muslim divide, communal cases, caste line divides, and honestly those are a particular section of news that are being catered to you just to focus on an agenda. But news is much more beyond that. If you want to win over the world, you should know what is happening in the world. You should know about bilateral relations. You should know about why countries are fighting against each other. You should read why China is rising as a superpower and why US is losing its dominance. And iske liye to padhna hi padega. Honestly, I have been looking at multiple ways to consume news, but nothing worked for me. There was a time when I used to read newspaper almost every day, and I was fantastic with catching up on news. I used to feel happy and content that my knowledge is growing. But the day I stopped reading the newspaper, after a month or two, I just didn't know what is happening around me. I was clueless in the world of social media. एक तरफ news का notification भी आता था from the NDTV app, 10 और notifications साथ में आते थे from Myntra, Urbanic and XYZ apps, and who just want to sell their products, and you are stuck between buying a product and consuming news and liking the picture of your friend on Instagram, and 5 more notification on Facebook saying 5 friends are having their birthdays today while you're not wishing them. So हर एक चीज का एक dedicated space होता है. Let social media just be a mode of entertainment for yourself. And in my third point, I just want to say that, can we please, for the love of God, stop treating women the way we do? Don't they deserve equal respect and equal responsibilities as the male member of the family? For example, if guests come over to your place, why does the man of the family gets the luxury to sit on the sofa and enjoy tea and snacks? And why the women is running around in the kitchen preparing food for people who have come over? Why does this happen? Why can't we see men in the kitchen? Why does it disturb us so much when we see our father or brother preparing meal for us? उस दिन इतना सेलिब्रेशन क्यों हो जाता है? क्यों हम बोलते हैं, ओ वाओ, माई फादर हैज कुक फॉर मी, और माई ब्रदर हैज कुक फॉर मी, और माई हस्बैंड हैज कुक फॉर मी? ऐसा तो कभी नहीं होता. वी से, ओ वाओ, माई मदर कुक फॉर मी, oh wow, my wife cooked for me. There's no wow option there, because that's the general norm. We expect them to cook. This is their responsibility. They have been doing this for so long. There's no wow factor in it. But when a man cooks, wow, superb, let's clap for the person. They've done excellent job. ऐसा क्यों होता है यार? क्यों होता है? Why certain things we have just put in the basket of women, and men run far away from those responsibilities, because they have to go outside and earn, and they have to be the super powerful masculine figure who is just running the family. Why? And okay, the times are changing, the women also go out to earn, but men don't face the dual pressure of taking care of the family and kids and also going out to work. क्योंकि क्या होता है, and I'll share this as a very personal example, because recently I was doing an assignment in which I was interviewing women who were on a career break of 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, because they got pregnant and they had to take care of their kids. होता क्या है, the companies don't prefer to hire women who have such a long career break, and most of the women have to give up on their careers and they are not able to restart their careers because the companies are not supportive and they have lost so many precious years of their career. And फिर होता यही है, they just settled into their new way of life and they have to kill their ambition. Most of the women undergo through it, and there are certain programs and there are certain upskilling courses right now which help women to get back to work, but बहुत कम है ऐसा. And you know, it's such an irony that these companies celebrate Women's Day with so much of PR and marketing, but they shun their doors on women who want to rejoin the industry after having a career break, because for them their learning, their experience was outdated, even though they might have worked for 7-8 years before conceiving, but it doesn't matter. You are on a career break and sorry, we cannot welcome you in our organization. But please, जब हम Women's Day पे post करेंगे about how we celebrate gender equality and how gender equality is considered the most important thing in our organization, please उस पे like कर देना, but don't expect us to hire you after career break. We're so sorry. You know, such irony should be called out, such hypocrisy should be called out. Each and every woman be so happy and so independent if we just acknowledge the struggles they undergo through, and ये नहीं बोल दें कि ऐसा तो होता आ रहा है, let's just control them in the name of tradition. So I guess this is enough for the video. I had only these 3 points to share. I know some of you be nodding in agreement and some of you will be saying ये तो बहुत ज़्यादा बोल दिया है, there was no need to be so aggressive and all, but you're welcome to share your opinion in the comment section. Maybe we can have a healthy discussion there, and if there are certain points which you feel very very staunchly about, you can mention them also. I'd like to read them. And with this, let's end the video and I'll see you next time. Bye.